Hi everybody, Coach Steve here. Today is your ankle mobility day, so we will be going over all of those movements with you guys. The stretches will be about like 1 minute on each side. You can go longer than 1 minute if you want, but per ankle you're going to go on to go about 1 minute. And so I'll turn this camera around. All right. So here we go. These are our ankle mobility movements that we're going to be doing today that you see on the whiteboard. First one will be roll the bottom of your feet. We'll go down the list with you each time, but we'll just go over the movement name. Roll your calves will be the second movement or second stretch. And the third stretch will be the ABCs. We'll go over that with you as well. And then the forward lunge ankle opener. That we'll be going over at the end there for 2 minutes on each ankle, or 1 minute to 2 minutes on each ankle. So we're going to turn it over to Coach Kelsey, and she's going to show you that roll the bottom of your feet mobility. So here we go. Here's Coach Kelsey.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so rolling the bottom of your feet is exactly like it sounds. You're going to take a ball. I like to use a golf ball because it's my grandpa's, but any kind of ball you have. It's going to be best on the carpet, and I'm going to just stand or sit. Any way I can put pressure on it. I'm going to roll out right in the arches of my foot. It's usually pretty nice and crunchy, so you'll be standing while you're doing this on the ball, and then I want you to get this area. And then you're going to spend at least a minute or two on each foot doing that. Might be kind of hard to see on this carpet. We have pretty thick carpet here, but so I'm gonna get all the crunchies in my foot.
Coach Kelsey, how much pressure would you say you put on your foot when you're smashing it like that?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, as much as I can. This will help a lot of things, so take your time and be thorough with it.
What do you feel when you feel things? Like if the stretch is working, what would you say you feel?
I feel blood flow through my foot. I feel my ankle opening up, and I even feel my knee get a little bit looser and feel better.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you heard it. If those things start to feel like that while you're doing this stretch, it's a good thing. If you're not feeling it, maybe you got to go a little bit longer. Thanks, Coach Kelsey. You guys are doing this for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. We've been talking for 2.5 minutes.
So now we're going to go over rolling our calves. So that's going to be this part of your body here. If you can loosen that, it'll hopefully help open the ankle up. So you can do these on really a few things. For some examples, we have a water bottle. That'll work just fine. I have this water bottle, which is actually a foam roller water bottle from my sister. Or we've just basically tried to demo different cylinder-shaped things. So anything you have that's sturdy enough will hopefully work. And I'm going to start at the bottom, right at my Achilles there. Rest it on top of my cylinder thing. Then I'm going to plop my other foot on it to add some weight to that. So it will really push down in there. I want it to really push down in there. And then I'm going to teeter back and forth. So I'm trying to cover a big area back there, or as much area as I can, while I teeter back and forth. Then as I'm doing that, I'm going to slowly move this way on my leg. So I'm going to go along, teeter back and forth, about 3 or 4 times on each spot. You guys can go a little bit slower. So I'm just kind of showing you how I work up the leg. So take your time till I get right to the bottom of the back of my knee there. And I'm going to roll back. So same thing. So do this at least for 1 or 2 minutes or 1 or 2 times, however you guys want to take it, and then switch sides. Hey guys, we're moving on for the ankle mobility. We're going to go to our ABCs. So I did this a lot when playing sports, and just moving around my ankles would freeze up a lot. So I'd feel a lot of crackling and very uneven feeling. So if you feel imbalanced or it's hard to go on your toes, you feel like you're just stuck in a position with your ankle,
You want to try to open the ankle up, and the reason why we do ABCs is because it moves the ankle in every position you can think of. So sometimes I spell stories or I go from A to Z. So how I would do this is I would basically lift my leg up in the air. It doesn't have to be too high, just whatever you're comfortable with. And then you want to spell A with your big toe. So I'm moving my foot in an A position. Now I'm on to B and just trying to trace a B. I know it's going to be hard to trace some of these letters, but that's the point. We want it to be, if you get stuck in a spot, then that's probably a problem area for you, and it doesn't help your running. It's harder to squat, it's harder to jump. So just think about trying to get the ankle in every position. I hear a lot of popping and cracking when I'm doing this one. O is my favorite letter, by the way. And I feel some discomfort in my calf, so when that happens, or I feel like my hip's getting tired, I usually put my foot down, and that's the ABCs for the ankle.
So A to Z on each foot?
A to Z on each foot.
At least?
At least, and I do it twice. Sometimes I'll try to do it backwards with the alphabet just to try to trick my brain and make it think while I'm doing the shapes. But yeah, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z.
Awesome. Okay, so last one on there is the forward lunge ankle opener. So this one, you're going to take a step out with the leg that you're choosing to do first. I'm going to come down on my knee, and then I'm going to make sure that my heel stays super glued into the floor there, so the heel cannot lift up. And I'm going to bring my knee over my foot. Probably one of the very few times we'll actually tell you to bring your knee over your foot. And I'm going to lean forward. I'm trying to get a really good stretch through here. I want to make this longer here without letting my heel pop off the ground at all. If you guys would like, you can add a little bit of weight on top of the leg. So I've done this before with kettlebells or heavy books or anything that you want to put on there. Or I'm just kind of pushing on my knee here to try to keep getting a stretch through the back of my Achilles there. Now I'm going to hold this for 2 minutes on each side. You guys do at least a minute. Longer will be better.
Cool.
Anything else?
That's it. Thanks, Coach Kelsey.
Of course.